you will do the same thing. Sometimes it's anxiousness to call in. Yes, let's look at the... really, there's no point looking at headlines today. It's just I'll make some comments. Okay. Our leader will be on the air tomorrow, 7 p.m. Biafra time. And that'll be 2 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time. See, we jumped an hour ahead. It used to be 1, now it's 2. So that's the way it is, and he'll be addressing the world. If your radio is not something we're supposed to be doing, now we have our apps everywhere. We have relay stations, so many places, and the channels, you can get them as FM 95.6, 102.1, 102.7, 100.7, 100.1, and simple app radio. You download it from your Google window, download it, search window. Once you download it, you tap in Simple Radio. Once you get Simple Radio, you tap in Radio Biafra, and it tell you install, and you install it, you're ready to go. Your satellite, whichever way is available to you, use it. So sometimes the radio is interrupted. It is not our own fault. Anytime you're dealing with mechanical stuff, technical issues do come up. So that's that. Please protect yourself. Be careful. Our lives are very much important to us. The corona stuff going on, don't underestimate it. Don't. Our people are careless. And we don't take normal precaution. And for us, we must, okay? Protect yourself first at all times. Though you don't know when it will come calling. But do the necessary things. Hygiene, in the first place, is very paramount. It's important. Just take care. And let it be that you did all in your power, still showed up. So you give it a knockout. We won't have much to go by today, but there's something I want to say. As you know, since it's been trending, I've never said anything about it because it has nothing to do with me, but it has something to do with us. It has something to do with us. The Sanusi issue. That Sanusi issue. There's something that caught my attention. And that was the way he was deposed. And sometimes we say, now waiting concern me. And it's not my tradition. It's not my within my government chain. But when something happened, I said, wait a minute. Why is it happening that way? You see, we talk about the legal system. We talk about the legal system. If all of you can remember, as way back, the order of the day is arrest, lock, and throw away the key. And we always say justice is in the eye of the beholder. And then you wonder why I'm saying this. I'm saying it because when you have a lot of people justice denied, it will take 100 court orders for you to be listened to. You will be paraded before the court, and the judge will be assigned and the adjournment and an adjournment and upon adjournment. 2 years the cases or the case, as it might be, still lingers. Then all of a sudden you see somebody from nowhere. It's like a magician. I command, I conjure, appear. And you appear. I command, I conjure, disappear, and you disappear. It makes you wonder. This man, Sanusi, Federal Bank chairman, he was. And he came, he bashed Konjiwala and all the Biafrans and attacked Jonathan and said all kind of stuff. All of a sudden he became an emir. If you go back 3 months ago, look for his postings, all he has been saying. He started sounding reasonable, talking about the things going wrong with the government, with impunity. And I made that in the broadcast. If you go back, you saw the comments I made that. Why is he talking? All of a sudden, he is talking to his people that they are not doing what they are supposed to do. And then there comes the punishment from nowhere. Oh, he has been dethroned. And they staged the camera. Everybody was thronging, the security and the Hizbah, hip high, hip high, hip high. They led him up from Kano. All of you saw it. And then, oh, he's going on exile. They put him on exile. The same day. Oh, he's been banished. The same day. Oh, his lawyers have filed papers for his human right. Oh, they have assigned him a lawyer. Oh, there's a judge available. Just follow. Maybe you will get something out of it. Maybe not. And the reason I took a swap at it is because you might think it is nothing, but it's going to be something. Not only did they assign Josh, they have already put him on trial and his human right restored. That same day, what a wonderful occurrence. What a remarkable judicial system. And then my question is this. Why him? Why was that done so remarkably? What's in stock for you? Watch out. To give you a clue, you've been hearing them talk about 2023 presidential election and all this and all that. And for his comment on the activities of the government, being a previous central bank chairman, they are growing him up. And who are they going to use? Your cousin, your nephew, your brother, your father, as a bag boy. And we will not be surprised. You again will be the bag boy, portfolio carrier. And they are ready for 2023. And will it surprise you? No. It's for you to guard against surprises. We are not into politics. Let me put it across very well. We are not into politics. We are into the restoration of Biafra. IPOB is pioneering it under the leadership of Mazi Chukwuemeka. And we are not going back. It is not going to change. So whatever they are playing, the reason I brought it up is for you to know. And if you see the attention this has gathered, you'll be surprised. And tomorrow they will tell you, come and vote. Come and vote, and you will go. Some people will go. We don't have time. The Constitution is false. There is no basis for any kind of election under false Constitution. And when you underrate them, saying, "Oh, you don't know what they are doing," or they are not intelligent, but they have good advisors, and you know where they are coming from. And it is up to you to say no. It is up to you to say no. The women are here, and I'll let them in. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Mazi. Your voice is very low. We can't hear you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I wonder why. I'm glad you said it, but every indication here is that it's still high. So I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
My sister, and then are you ready for us to get started?
Yeah, I'm ready for you.
Very, very good. All right. Good morning, my sister. Good morning, Mazi Alozie. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night to some of you fellow Biafrans, friends of Biafra, lovers of freedom, listeners of Radio Biafra and IPOB worldwide. My name is Dr. Tina, and I'm here this morning again with my sister, Sister Victoria. We're coming to you this morning from the United States of America through Radio Biafra USA, transmitting through Radio Biafra London, anchored by our Deputy Leader, Mazi Chukwuemeka, and our leader is the Director of Radio Biafra, King Nnamdi Kanu. We owe gratitude and loyalty to these two men and to all IPOB leadership and our Radio Biafra personnel worldwide. Brothers and sisters, this morning we shall start with a prayer. And after our prayer, we'll go into several different topics that we have prepared. Sister Victoria, would you like to say good morning before I start with the prayer? Go ahead with the prayer. Thank you. Chukwuemeka Alozie. We ask you to come and be with us this morning. Our Father, you have called us for this work to restore Biafra. You have called IPOB members to this special work to restore Biafra. Please, Father, come and be with us, your daughters, this morning, as we share our ideas with your people who you have called by your name, so that the word that we will speak will help us in the restoration effort. Like my mother used to say, Chukwuemeka Alozie, anyị fụrụ gị n'anya, ihe niile Biafra nwere, ihe niile anyị chọrọ nke gị. Nke gị ka anyị from the beginning, nke gị ka anyị chọrọ ịhụ biko Chineke, mere anyị ka obi gị siri dị mma. Save us, Savior of the world, for by your cross, our Lord Jesus Christ, and your resurrection, you have set us free. Save us from the hands of our enemies that have encircled us. They're all around us, Lord. We feel like we're caged, but we know that you, Almighty God, your mighty hand is still with us, that when you move, the enemy will be scattered. We're confident that one day you will move. And one day, very soon, our enemy will be scattered in our midst. And these Fulani herdsmen, these Janjaweeds, these police officers from the occupying force of Nigeria, these military people that we see in our land, they will all scatter. So please encourage us, Lord, to do whatever we have to do to restore our land and scatter our enemies and live freely in the land that you have given to us. We ask in Chukwuemeka Alozie's name. You say, Go ahead, my sister, and introduce yourself, and then I'll raise our first topic and we'll get started.
Good morning, dear friends all over the world. Good morning, our wonderful leaders of IPOB. Good morning, our able leader and deputy Mazi Chukwuemeka and Uchemefo. Good morning, wonderful listeners. Good morning, all of us of freedom, all over the world. Today we are here to add our voice to this powerful movement. Today we are here to share our views with you. Today we are here believing our God, our Creator, the Chukwuemeka Alozie, that He will touch the heart of those who are still hanging on the fence. I mean, it's getting late, but many are joining in, and we are happy that they are hearing the voice of our leader and all wonderful people under IPOB who are sounding the warning and they are waking up. We are happy, and we are saying good morning to you, good afternoon, good evening. Please give us a few minutes, listen to our voice, and add your voice also. We join it together, and it will make a resounding noise, and every deaf ear will hear. Thank you for this morning. Please listen. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you. Okay, our first topic is, dear friends, do you know or recall that faith without good work is dead in itself? Faith without good work is dead. And we're going to ask you that you believe in Chukwuemeka Alozie, that you believe in God Almighty, that you believe in that God who is in heaven. No. And while we're asking you to do that, because we know we're faithful people, we're Christian people, that's part of the reasons that the Fulani Janjaweeds are killing us is because we are Christians. Because we don't believe in their Allah, in their idol that they believe in. And so we're not of the same faith with them. They want to Islamize us. We're not Islam. Most of us are Judeo-Christian people. And if we're not Christian people, we are Jews. If we're not practicing Judaism, we are practicing our native and our indigenous religions. So because of that, they're killing us. But please allow me this morning to read from the book of James in the Bible. It says, faith and deeds. What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Suppose a brother or a sister is without clothes and daily food. If one of you says to them, go in peace, keep warm and well fed, but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, it is not accompanied by action, is dead. But someone will say to you, you have faith, I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith with my deeds. You believe that there is one God. Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder. You foolish person, do you want evidence that faith without deeds is useless? Was not our father Abraham considered righteous for what he did when he offered his son Isaac on the altar? You see that his faith and his actions were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did. And the scripture was fulfilled that says, Abraham believed God, and it was credited to him as righteousness. And he was called God's friend. You see that a person is considered righteous by what they did, and not by faith alone. In the same way, was not even Rahab, the prostitute, considered righteous for what she did when she gave lodging to the spies and sent them off in a different direction? As the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without deeds is dead. I am telling you that this we're considering this morning because of some of the things that we hear from Biafrans, and we sound foolish when we say these things in our faithfulness, or when we think we're serving God and we are very passive. We have no action whatsoever to prove that we believe in that one Elohim, that one Chukwuemeka Alozie. So as God's people, as Biafrans, we call that faith without good work is dead. My sister, would you please expand on that?
Thank you, my sister, for introducing this topic so wonderfully. It's not just that we are trying to talk about this call. This Biafra is a call. Anybody who has not seen it, that this is God gathering his people from all over the world and redirecting them into Biafra land after having been scattered all over the world for many years. If you don't understand it and you think it's just they are making noise up till now, and you are somehow waiting for, okay, we are the ones waiting for you guys to finish, and we can be Biafrans. We are just waiting for you guys to finish. Then, if you're a Christian, a practicing Christian, which is our original religion, even though it's named Christianity, if you are one practicing that and you're saying that now the Word of God, which is the Holy Bible, the Torah, is telling you this morning it is faith without works. This is, Biafra is a call. I don't see it as anything short of a call. Because out of nowhere, out of the blue, God raised a man. God put the Biafra. I mean, if this man is corrupt by now, oh my God, this would have been a dream. It would have been over. If this has been his own, let me just go and make a name, it would have been over by now. But from every point of it, you can see that this man is not himself. There is a superior power that is working in him, that is pushing him forward, irrespective of threat of a sword, irrespective of threat of killing, irrespective of anything. He put everything aside. What else can it be, dear friends, if not a call from our great creator, Chukwuemeka Alozie? What else can it be? And you are still standing somewhere on the fence, and you are still saying, well, we think that is something that can be done, but you guys can go ahead. We need you to come in. We need you to come in. Faith without work is dead. You cannot tell somebody, all right, you have something that you can use. Maybe you have your voice. You can use to talk to people and tell them about Biafra, and you're there telling them, don't worry, Biafra will come. Let's just keep waiting. I mean, as I am an individual, if I die as a Biafra, I don't think I have died a bad death, because I'm fighting for the cause of God. He has called us. We are Christians. We are, some of us now understand, and they are practicing Judaism, which is accepted. That is the mother of Christianity, Judaism. Some people are not practicing that, but many of us believe in Jehovah Yeshua, Jesus Christ. He has called us And you cannot sit down quiet. You cannot pray. You cannot lend your voice. You cannot bring your ideas, your suggestions, your talent. You cannot just do anything. You're just standing by waiting. Would you really be happy to become a Biafra when that time comes? Will you really feel that you are part of the fight? I remember those days when we used to watch about South African fight. There were a group of them who were never afraid of the gun. They will carry their sticks, that's all they have, and they run after the white men. They will be killing them, they are coming more and more. They will be killing them until they drop them away. They find out that unless we clear the entire generation, unless we clear the entire land, they are not going to get afraid and run away. That is the Biafran call. Some people in the fight for Biafra are getting kidnapped. Some people in the call for Biafra are getting wrecked. Some people in the call for Biafra, their voices are getting silenced. Some are in prison. And yet, wherever they are still pushing so long as they have this breath of life. You that is free, you are feeling warm wherever you are. Let me hide myself. But I must tell you that whatever we do on this earth, that everything is calculated. There is an eye that watches us. And there is a hand that is busy taking record. That is how this world is made. Nothing goes unnoticed before our God. What we are fighting is a just fight. I don't think that if our God wants to destroy Biafra, he wouldn't have raised a man like our leader, Mazi Chukwuemeka. If God wants, we already scattered all over the world. And the younger ones, anyone that's coming up does not know that there is no future for them. The younger ones that are coming up know that there is no future for them anywhere. And therefore, all of them are growing wings to fly out. And that's what they want us to do, to fly away from our heritage. Nobody has it, okay, I have a good job here, I want to stay in this place. Our kids who are down here in the Western world, when they go home, they see the natural land, you see how they blend. Many of them, they want to remain. And somebody wants to take us, all of us to fly out. And you are sitting still, waiting for that to happen. So there will be a miracle. A miracle will just happen. And the Fulani Janjaweed will, and all their mercenaries will one day stop. Those people cannot stop because they have a demonic mandate to kill. They can't stop. Because if they cannot kill, they will be killed. That's just how their system works. With their demonic mandate, the Bible says that the devil comes only but to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And what are these people doing? They steal, they kill, they destroy. They are demons. You don't need somebody to tell you that. And you are folding your hand. No, the Bible says, resist the devil and he will flee from you. You get to put on your resistance. Your resistance may be in form of words. Your resistance may be in form of raising the Biafran flag wherever you are, in any country of the world you are, in whatever you're doing, creating the awareness. That may be your own job to do. You may join IPOB wherever you are, and if you have substances, bring it. The IPOB needs some money as well. If you have it, and you know you don't want to join in the fight, let your money fight for you, because this Janjaweed that you see here, the money that they are making, look at everywhere you have them. There are people at the forest because they don't take care of them. All they are busy doing is the demonic work they are doing. The greatest sickness is over there. The greatest poverty is over there. And yet, all that they have, the entire resources is wasted in ammunition, is wasted in salt. They are there fighting, and all their people are sick. Is that what you want for yourself? That demonic mandate is just when the devil sends you for the work, you better do the work, or he will kill you, and that's what they do. If you ever raise your voice against what they are doing, you will be dead. And therefore, everybody falls in line. Do it or you die. There's no other solution. But we are telling you, the word of God says, resist them. Resist them. That's all you can do. Say no to them, because the word of God is greater. When you resist them and you begin to call on the name of our God, he has ears and he can hear. Our own God is not a God that will fight for him. They fight for their God. They kill for their God. Our God fights for us. That's the opposite. Our God fights for us. Therefore, don't be quiet where you are, because number one, fear will kill you. You'll be so afraid. You'll be so afraid where you are that you can't even move. You can't do anything that you can do because you're so scared, and therefore the spirit of fear will bind you up. And when you come, you just be like a chicken. Even the way you kill chickens, it takes you some time than the way they kill people. Killing people is just like a flick of the heart. Therefore, today, I'm encouraging you wherever you are that folding your hands, standing on the fence cannot help you. Folding your hands, standing on the fence cannot help you. I want to let you know that there are people who have already gone on in this fight. There are people who are moving on. There are people who have surrendered all they have. Just like our leader, there are many other people who are giving up some of their jobs just to be in this program, to organize it, to keep it moving. And I know that it is receiving resolution, it is receiving momentum. If people are waking up, don't remain in your slumber. Don't remain in your comfortable zone. Don't remain there. Come up, we're calling you to come and join this fight, because it's getting Biafra call is getting very close. It's getting very, very close. They can no longer stop it. It's just like a woman cannot cover pregnancy with her hands. Nobody can cover Biafra anymore. Therefore, rise up, join the fight, and that's why we are calling you. Don't remain there. Thank you, my sister, for the opportunity.
Thank you. Very spirited. Thank you very much. My mother used to say, that's what we're about to tell you, and that's what we're telling you this morning. If you have no good work to support your faith, it is dead. You're inactive. You're not doing anything for Jesus like we say, then you're not even alive. But I want to tell you, take it to a different dimension right now. My different dimension is, think, when you're sitting in church and your priest or your pastor or the clergyman or the man of God or the woman of God is preaching. Please, my brothers and sisters, don't turn off your brain, because your brain is an essential factor in making sure that you're getting the information correctly inside your mind and then making use of the information. The information that you gather from when you go to church, when you go to your assemblies, when you go to your meetings, very crucial that you internalize the word of God or whatever they're telling you, and then that you make use of the information. It's only babies, only children who are told what to do every minute of their life. Our God is not talking to you as a baby. Our God talks to you as an adult. As you grow up, you are addressed by God as an adult. So we cannot sit in those churches, sit in those meetings, sit in those congregations, and just swallow hook and sinker whatever the pastors and the man of God and women of God say. We cannot check out our brains. That's what we see present in our land, in our people today. The Yoruba churches, this Pentecostalism that came to Nigeria has wiped us off, taken away our brain, the way we think. We have stopped thinking that way, and instead we have swallowed somebody else's culture through this religion. Religion is not supposed to wipe off your culture. It is supposed to support your culture, supposed to support your tradition. If it does not support your tradition and your culture, that is a false religion. If anything does not support your way of life, the way God made you originally, because God does not make mistakes. We know this. He does not make mistakes. He didn't make a mistake to have you born in Biafra land. Biafra people were cultured people. He will never ask us to throw away our faith. So because God doesn't make mistakes, does not ask us to relinquish our tradition, does not tell us to forget who we are because we believe in Him, why do we take what these clergymen and these wonderful men of God and women of God tell us from their pulpit as the only thing that we should reserve to put our lives on or to base our lives on? So when you listen to them, when you listen to your priest, as I listen to mine, keep yourself engaged. Keep your brain engaged. Make sure that you are working from the power that God has already given to you by where you were born, your tradition, and your culture. So, Biafrans, we have culture. We must go from that point of view. And do not let them brainwash us. By the way, what most people do in the zoo is brainwashing, not teaching about the Word of God. And that, it has no place in a Biafran's mind. Today, we're asking you to wake up. I know my bishop, Judge Onibe, is always calling you back to go back to your roots. And that is a great call. It is a great call for any Igbo man, any Izo man, any Shikiri man, any Biafran anywhere. Go back to your roots. Forget these 10% Yoruba churches. They are actually brainwashing you. Instead of you doing what is in our tradition to do, get up in the morning and do the needful in your household. You run out and you go and serve them at your church and call them mama and daddy, and I don't even know where that ridiculosity came from. That is so ridiculous that you're calling your pastor your mom and your dad. What if that's respect? Please cut it off right now. Stop that rubbish. They are not your fathers. They are not your mothers. What you do, give them is respect. If they're Reverend Father, you call them Reverend Father. Priest this, Father this, whatever. But they're not your mother, mommy, and daddy like you're making it sound. It's not mommy and daddy. They are not your fathers. They're not your mothers. Please stop this ridiculousness. It does not have any part in our tradition, anywhere in our way of life. Please stop this. If that is showing respect, that is going overboard, showing respect. By the way, should these church leaders not care about your well-being? They know that you're killed every day on the street. They know that your businesses are burned in the marketplaces. They know that you have no good water. They know you have no good health services. They know of all these things that affect you affect them too. But they have money so they can go overseas and get their medical checkups. Think about it. Do they not care about you? If they care about you, why don't they also work for social services? Why are they only collecting your tithes and telling you about Jesus and do not care that your children don't have clean water to drink, don't have good schools to attend, and when you're sick, you cannot find a doctor that will attend to you in a clean hospital? How come they don't care? If we don't start thinking for ourselves, if we don't start really reasoning with our own minds and going back to our roots, we are not going to find this thing that we're looking for. We have to be thinking people. We have to be engaged, totally engaged, body, mind, and soul, to be able to say and rescue ourselves from the clutches of Nigeria. Nigeria has us in their clutches. Nigeria has us bound. Nigeria has us enslaved. We need to free ourselves. This is serious. Like one of my brothers said in one of the forums that I belong, one of my brothers said, well, yes, this Biafra thing is really burning in all of our spirits. We really know that Biafra is what we're called to really do. But let's not post any more Biafra news and encourage us to do Biafra stuff on this forum. I said, enough is enough. This person is not talking like a Biafran. My brother, my own brother, I'm telling you, on a forum with other people, said this. Of course, we challenged him immediately, and another brother sent another thing telling them that emirs have been installed in our state, and before they know it, our chiefs will be called emirs. And nobody said anything. So you people who know the truth and have decided to cover the truth up, decided to manage your emotions about this, we come on the radio and we let it all bare. We just lay out what we feel. And the way I'm speaking to you this morning is how I feel. I feel like we have been marginalized enough. I know I want Biafra, so I'm going to do something about it. What are you going to do? Are you going to just say, yes, we want Biafra, but we can't do anything about it? You believe in Biafra, but you are not ready to work for it. That's what you're saying. How can you do that? If you want food, simple food, and it's in your refrigerator or in your kitchen, don't you make efforts to walk to your kitchen? Don't you make efforts to open your fridge to get the food and put in your mouth so that you don't starve? If you know that we need Biafra and you do nothing, you don't give money, you don't belong to IPOB, you don't even encourage people who are fighting for it, you don't spend any time talking to people about Biafra, you don't want to talk to the radio programs that are calling you, you don't want to send money to people in Biafra land to make sure that they are talking about restoring Biafra. It is like having food in your kitchen and you're sitting somewhere in your house and saying, I am very hungry. That is utter foolishness. Foolishness, my people, foolishness. And we're not foolish people. We really are not foolish people. I know Igbo people, dear friends, we are wise people. Wise people don't sit in their living room wishing that the food they have in their kitchen crawls out into the living room and jumps into their mouth. This is a cause that we must fight very hard for. And if you're not fighting, if you're not putting any resources, if you're not making any moves, if you're not putting any energy into the restoration of Biafra, you are dreaming. You are dreaming and you're not. Consider yourself not doing any good at all with the faith you have. Your faith and your deeds must come together to do the work of God. And this, we believe, is the work of God. Just like my sister said, our leader has been called by God. He's not doing this because he's mad and he doesn't have anything else to do. He has children to raise, has a wife to care for, but he abandons everything and he's working for Biafra full time, morning, day, and night. And we're asking you just to put a little bit of, we're not telling you to please abandon your families. We're not asking you to abandon your work. We're asking you to, in your spare time, make time to work for Biafra. If every Biafran will make even just 5 minutes every day just to work for Biafra, I know Biafra will be restored in no time. But it is because some of us are working and some of us are looking the other way and saying, well, we know it's in our heart, but we cannot do anything about it. Who told you you can't? There are so many things you can do. Please, my brothers and sisters, we are encouraging you this morning. There is so much you can do in this Biafra restoration effort that we want you to come in. Please come in. Do not fold your hands. Do not stand on the fence. Do not sit in your living room. Do not wish that they would just give us Biafra. Wish does not get it done. Work and faith is what gets it done. So please, let us apply the concept that James wrote about in the Bible that says that faith without work is dead. Let's make sure to resurrect our faith and our work and put it together and make sure that it is working for us because we want to restore Biafra. Thank you, my sister. I am going to introduce our next topic, and that next topic is, dear friends, are you noticing the great awakening? Because as we fold our hearts here, there are some other pockets of great awakening happening with our people, especially in the matters concerning our tradition. There is something that is trending on social media since 2 days now that shows great awakening in the tradition of the Igbo people, of the Biafran people. So my sister would like to discuss this topic. Thank you, Sister Victoria.
Thank you, Dr. Tina. I mean, I thank God for the social media. No matter how much they try to stop this, no matter how much they are frustrating the effort of the people who want to post videos online, no matter how much they are, I mean, there are ways and there are ways that people are getting these things out there. for anybody to see. And this is an encouragement. I was watching one where we see our Igbo elders. This is not the Ohanese and Igbo. Those ones are confused people. Those ones are servants for the cabal, even though some of them are finally waking up. Some of them they have already been poisoned by the water from Abuja. Those Ohanese. These are the real Igbo elders. In fact, I don't just call them Igbo elders, we call them Biafran elders. That's what I call it, because from what they said, it is our elders from all over Biafran land. They are represented in that program. And what they were doing is like a restoration act for our land. I was so impressed that there are people now who are coming up. They have separated themselves from the Abuja-led Abuja groups, people that call themselves Ohanese. They represent Abuja and not the Biafrans. They separated themselves from those people. Even if they belong to that, they are Ohanese and Dohin and Dama. Even if they belong there, they left that and they joined this. But I must tell you, yesterday as they were praying, they said everybody joining IPOB or joining Biafra fight, and because you are sent from Abuja, you are sent from this terrorist group. You have been sent as a spy that you and your family will not survive. They were praying and placing curses for all these people who are subtracting this movement, who are standing on our way of freedom. They say we are not running away from our land for anybody. That is resistance. You tell somebody who wants to uproot you. In fact, all their plans is flawed, because God is raising people up everywhere. Chukwuemeka Alozie is at work. This is not human, in case you don't understand it. This is not human. These men, the elders of the land of Biafra, and these are our own chiefs. The Ohanese, thank God, very soon, in fact, nobody will be there. People will get away from there because they know that they are being used. The money they are giving them has poisoned them. The money they get from our land, and they tell them in their faces that they will eat the wonderful meal and throw a bone to them, and they all will run after the bone, killing themselves. That's a shame. That is a shame for anybody who say he is representing Biafra land. But these people, I believe, they have prayed, they have done the work of restoration for our land. They believe in Chukwuemeka Alozie, and they have said, anybody coming into IPOB as a spy, it will not be well with them. That they are not running. I mean, that made me smile yesterday. We are not running away from our land. I tell you, when Biafra is restored, there are many people in many places, Biafrans who are aching to go back home. There are Biafrans who want to take their families home. They cannot come home now. But once Biafra is restored, you see that land will not contain us. That Biafra land will become too small for Biafrans, because it will be fully occupied. So there are restorations going on everywhere. There is great awakening going on everywhere. People who don't believe before, those who say, please go away with this your Biafra talk. It doesn't have a meaning. You people who are doing it, some of them are now, they are coming closer to say, okay, we can see something is happening, let's watch. They are the ones on the fence right now. Those ones who don't believe that Biafra is something that can never happen. Now they are seeing it happening. Now they are believing on our leader, Mazi Chukwuemeka, and now they are beginning to say, okay, we can see something is happening. And I know in no time, many of them are still going to join in the fight. That's what we are believing our God for, that He will do. We are not the ones fighting. He is our God, Chukwuemeka Alozie, that established us in that land. He is the one. Our God don't believe in bloodshed. Whether you are a sinner or a righteous person, He don't believe in bloodshed. Our God believes in law and order. And any people, any race, any religion without law and order, where does it come from? Chaos comes from the devil. That's just the bottom line. Chaos comes from the devil. Biafrans are waking up, and we are saying kudos to you, our formidable elders of Biafra land who gathered. We saw in that video a large crowd, and they take the oath and say, yes, we believe in Biafra land. We are not going away. If we have been sleeping, we are now awake. Yes, thank you God for waking them up. Now that our elders are coming up, I don't know where these emirs are going to stay. Those emirs will use our broom and sweep them off our land one day. All those emirs and mallands that the Biafra land don't have before, that has been planted, the devil's seed that has been planted in our land, we will use our broom to sweep you out if you're going to stand in the way of Biafra. It's coming, and it's coming. Because our real people are coming up. God is raising them up from the dead. Those without hope now have hope, and they are speaking with authority. Those who are dead wherever they are waking up and they are now saying, oh, can this really happen? Can something good come out of Nazareth? Yes, can something good come out of Biafra land? Something good is coming out of Biafra land. Judged by one man. Oh my God, that is, I can't stop getting amazed that by the voice of one man, that many are raised. Don't just think that raising people is those who are dead and buried. Yeah, that will happen when our Lord Jesus comes back. Yes, the dead will come up according to the Holy Scriptures. But for now, people can be alive, they think they are alive. They are dead, completely dead. And the voice of one man, he was shouting like that lone voice in the wilderness. Come back to Biafra land. Come back, we can do it. And now I'm telling you, there's a mighty army following him, who believe in what he believes, of which I'm one of them. And my sister in this program is one of them. And all our coordinators, anywhere we see a bad route, or we see something, no, our leader knows how to manage them and root them out of this place, out of IPOB, because they are enemies of Biafra. As I say, if you are not for Biafra, you are against Biafra. There is no way. If you are just standing in fence, you are against, because your silence means yes, Fulani Kaba, take over our land. It doesn't matter. After I will never go back there again. Because so many people in the Western world are so comfortable where they are that they don't even think about going back. Like, oh, when I die, bury me here. I don't need to go back there. I will say whatever I have over there. The Fulani Kaba can take it. I don't care. So if you are not for Biafra, you are against Biafra. You cannot stop those of us who believe in Biafra from going back home one day. We will. Our God knows our cry. We are comfortable where we are, yes, but still we want our homeland. We want our Biafra land. We want our children to know where we come from. So many people who were sold during slave trade don't even know where their root is. They are now doing their DNA test to not even know where their ancestors come from. Yet they cannot pinpoint where they come from. It's only DNA. For many people for years who've been asking the question, where did I come from? Where did my ancestors come from? Many of them are doing DNA, but we don't have to do DNA to know where we come from. And therefore we are fighting for our rights, and we will win. The enemy cannot just come and root us. Until you agree and say, yes, I'm going to do something. And when you say, I'm going to do something, your God will support you. We know that our culture is not anything, go and do some evil practices, do rituals, is part of our culture. That is not our culture. Our culture is the Torah culture, the scriptural culture, and that's what we believe in. And therefore, we are encouraging you, wherever you are, listen. The bell is ringing. The Africans are waking up. The call to arise has come to everybody. And now we are focused. People don't know whether you want to believe it or not. Well, when death comes, you will surely die. If you don't want to die as a Biafran, you die as a Nigerian slave. You die as a Fulani slave. Something must happen. There is no in between. You are either for Biafra or you're not for Biafra. But I must commend these elders all over Biafra land. You are cutting all the corners that the enemy has left. All the divisions that they brought into our land. All the divisions, you are breaking them through. And you are coming together. Who is doing this? Chukwuemeka Alozie. He is the one, nobody else. He caused you to hear the voice of our leader. From the dead, you are rising up. You are gaining strength. You are gaining momentum. Our elders has risen up. Our mothers has risen up. They are calling you now. You that is still confused wherever you are. You that is still feeding from the waters of Abuja. You that is still feeding from the waters of dirty politicians that cannot stop at anything to make money. You are still feeding. That is, it will get into your body and it will pass out the other way. You don't even know where it is. Because your life is in speech, satanic speech. They're only keeping you to use it. They say they use the foolish ones, just like the emirs in Imo State, that they are the foolish ones. Their book tells them that you that abide and agree with them, you are the foolish ones, and they use you to get what they want. Wherever you are and you're hearing my voice, it is not me that said it, it is their book that told them. And they tell you that you, the foolish ones, is the one they will use to get their wish accomplished. So we are telling you, if you are wise, the wise ones, stay away from them. I know that it is hard, but the night is too fast spent, the day is near. The night is too fast spent, the suffering has gone for too long. The day is near. We are coming out from that tunnel of darkness. We are coming out to the light. Don't give up, don't spend. However you've been surviving before, without their little 5,000 naira, that means nothing. They cannot even feed you for a whole day. Give it to me today, you sell your birthright. Give it to me today, you'll be like Esau, and you cannot get it back again. Refuse it. Join the fight. Because their awakening is, when you look at the video, when you look at, they're trying to stop it. No, Biafra is unstoppable. Yes, Biafra is unstoppable. I'm so excited. It's unstoppable. The great awakening is touching people from their different corners. So don't sell your birthright. Don't become their foolish ones. They're keeping you for the slaughter day. They kill themselves. Who are you? They can't kill you. They just give it to you now. Enjoy it now. The next day it will be your son. They will surely kill you. You don't need to go to Alpha. So Alpha will tell you it's going to happen. No, it's going to happen. They kill themselves. What about you? They call you infidel. Look at people calling themselves calling people infidel that can't even take care of their own. And they are calling other people infidel. One day you that have agreed to them, you are infidel, and they will kill you one day. Get away from there. The Bible says, get away from Sodom. Don't even look back when you are running. When you are getting away from Sodom, don't look back. What happens to a woman that looks back when you are coming out from Sodom? To the sword. That's it. You end up there. So we are running right now. We are running away now. And we are running because we are running to our land. We are going to occupy our land. Join others. Throw away whatever your belief is. Whatever your belief is that is contrary to restoration of Biafra land in the right way that God wants us to do it. We don't need to do rituals to do that. We don't need to go to herbalists to do that. We believe on our Chukwuemeka Alozie. If you don't know what to pray, open the Torah, open the Bible, read it, and pray. Ask God to open your eyes that you can see and worship the true God. Don't allow yourself to be deceived. Oh no, my pastor said I shouldn't. My Reverend Father told us, don't do that. Don't do that. Open up your eyes. Then the Kanu is the prophet of our time. Listen to his voice. Listen to the voice of his followers, his disciples. Listen to their voice. They are saying the real thing. I believe in Yeshua, Jesus Christ. I believe in it. And I'm hearing that what he's saying is in alignment to the scriptures. What he's preaching is in alignment, and therefore I believe. So if you feel that you know God so much, go and read the Bible, go and read the Torah, and ask God to open your eyes, because you need to be awake. Who knows what happens tomorrow? If you're afraid of death, don't worry, he's knocking at the door. Those people with their sword and AK-47 doesn't have mercy. They don't have the heart of human. And that is what we are calling you. There is a great awakening. Everybody, wake up, wake up, wake up. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you, dear. I would like to add just a few more points before we go to a music break. Ndieze, Biafra, have started the Great Awakening. The daughters of Biafra must also awake. As a daughter of Biafra, what I know, the groups I know that my mother belonged in and that signed me up for when I was even a little girl, we are called Ada. Ada in my village, Ada in my town, Ada in my local government, we are powerful people. If we tell our brothers to back off, they back off. As a group, we go and we settle things in our land that they men sometimes will not want to. We say what we want because we believe that when we say those things, our gods and our ancestors support us because we are impartial. We're impartial in our father's land because we only want peace for our brothers and our sisters who live together in our father's land. And because of that such power that I have been given as Ada, I speak with power when I go to my father's house. I speak with power. I might live thousands and thousands of miles away from my brothers and my sisters right now, but when I send one text, if I send one text to my brothers, they know to consider it. They know to make sure to take it seriously. Ada Biafras, why don't you come and take your rightful place in this struggle? I know many Ada Biafra that are speaking from all over the world, and I hear you. I hear you, my sisters. I hear you. I hear you even on Radio Biafra Extra on Sundays. I hear you. I have heard your voice. I hear the one speaking from Europe. I know there are many speaking from America. I hear you. I know there are many reporters. I have had many Ada Biafra reporters all over Nigeria, Zoo country, and all over Biafra land reporting, giving situational reports about what is going on in Biafra land and around the zoo. I encourage you, as Ada, take your rightful place and do the needful. That's what we are trying to do. This morning when we come on Saturday mornings, we are taking our rightful place as Ada Biafra to speak the truth to our people. I need nothing from any of you, my brothers and sisters, and my sister needs nothing from any of you except to join the fight. Join this fight so we can rescue our people. Did you see how our mothers came on social media, stood almost naked, yelling and crying and begging for people to do the right thing to rescue them from the clutches of this Janjaweed, the Fulani AK-47 toting Fulanis from their farmlands? Who will see that and not be moved with tears? Who will see that and not be moved emotionally? What are you waiting for? For every one of those young men and young women in the villages to be killed off before we say, oh, now we see there's nobody to say anything anymore, so we can go home and start fighting. No, this is the time to join what our leader has done is to give us a platform to speak to the world and to speak to each other, so that when we come together at long last, if we if they push our backs to the wall, and we react in a different way than we are now, nobody in the world will say they didn't hear us. Everybody, we are telling it to everybody, our people, other people, everybody, every institution in the world. We're saying it to them. We're saying it to the Catholic Church hierarchy. We're saying it to the Anglican Church hierarchy. We're saying it to the UN. We're saying it to the United States. We're taking it to the Congress. We're going to have a march. We're going to do all kinds of things that we can do in every country, all over the world, so that they will hear us now. So if we ever react in a different way, the world will not say, well, we didn't know about that. We don't want anybody to be surprised. Please do not be the one who is surprised. Ada Biafra, rise up in more numbers. I know we're on the radio. I know that we're talking. I know we're in our units. I know that some of us are coordinators. Some of us are in DOS. Some of us are doing all kinds of wonderful work for the restoration of Biafra. I want more numbers of Ada Biafra to join this race. Come on, Ada Biafra. Come on, wake up. We are more spirited than any other group of women anywhere in the world. We are more spirited. We're smarter than most. Look at us. We build nations. We have come to the United States and we help build the United States. We have gone to Europe and we have helped build Europe. Of course, we build the Biafra land. We know that any family that doesn't have a woman building it has no family in Biafra land. We know this. Wherever you put your family in Biafra land, that's where they are. If you build it up, it is built up. If you scatter it, it is scattered. We are that powerful. So let's come together as Ada Biafra. Let's come together. Please, my sisters, please come, rise up. Don't say, well, I cannot do that. Well, I don't have any resources to do that. Oh, no. You have more resources in your hand and in your power than most people do. Use your resources. Use your talents. You're talented women. Use your talents for Biafra. And we will in no time see Biafra come. Because I know when the women of Biafra rise, if you rise up, only if you rise up, my sisters, if my sisters will come and rise up, and I know you, I know so many of you, I speak to so many of you on a daily basis, I know what power you possess. If you can rise up and join our brothers in this fight, we will restore Biafra in no time at all. Remember, we have organizations that we call ADA organizations. We have even women organizations. We have even Christian women organizations. We have all kinds of women organizations. If those organizations will come out in numbers like in their own associations, come and join the restoration effort of Biafra, in no time, Biafra will come and be restored. So please, my sisters, please let's come together. Please let's join our brothers, join hands with our brothers and restore our homeland. Because this, as our people say, association I have seen Nigerian women or Biafra, Igbo women. I know one. I know 2 or 3 of them. Igbo Women Association in this place. I know other ones called Igbo Christian Mothers. I know you people. You are here in numbers. Because we are join us. If you join us, we will restore Biafra in no time. The Fulani people keep coming. That's why I'm begging you, because the Fulani people, as we speak now, they're dumping more janjaweeds in Owerri. There are truckloads of it that I have just seen pictures of. Truckloads of men, they are young men, being dumped in Owerri as I speak. Where do you think those people are going? They will disappear into the frameworks of our cities, and then they'll travel by foot, by motorcycle, by bus, by any means, and go into our villages. They are the same ones raping our young men, young women. They are the same ones raping our mothers. They are the same ones uprooting what our mothers have planted and giving it to their cows to eat. They are the same ones. They just dump them in a way. In no time, they will disappear into the villages in our state. What are we waiting for? For this damage to continue? For our mothers to continue to suffer? Did you see the beheadings in Ebony? Who did they kill? Who are left in the village? The women. They chased our mothers down and used their cutlass and cut off their heads. How gruesome can that be? Have you ever heard of such thing? Growing up in Igbo land, have you ever heard that villages, people go into villages and cut off people's heads? Have you ever heard of such thing? They've desecrated our land. They have rubbished our people. And we are sitting here, we're speaking proper grammar, trying to address all of us to please come as Noke Igbo. To please come and rescue your people. We're begging you. Is your heart made of stone? Are these people that they're killing not your people also? There was a Jigawa man, a Fulani man from Jigawa, boasting and talking to press. Oh my goodness. Saying that the oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa. Said it, made this statement, and everybody, at one point he was saying it so much, people in the audience, and I'm sure media personnel started laughing at the way he was making the statement. He claimed and stated many times during that conference or press release that he was doing, oil in Biafra belongs to Jigawa. Oil in Biafra belongs to Jigawa. Must belong to Jigawa. Hey, the way he was claiming it with all audacity made me shudder, because these people are not relenting. They are putting their words and their faith, they're putting to work. They're joining it together. They're not going to stop. They will kill to get the oil in Biafra. And they're killing Biafras, they're killing the Ebonyi people, they're killing Imolites to get the oil from Biafra, to get the resources from Ebonyi, to get the resources from Imo State. They are ready to kill. If they're ready to work and pray, why are we not ready to pray also and work for Biafra? Umuada Igbo, Umuada Biafra, please join me in the fight. Join our brothers and other sisters who are already in. Ndị nwoke ndị Igbo, like our Indians have done, please wake up and come to the great awakening before they finally desecrate our land, take us over, and dip their Quran in the Atlantic. I think, my sister, we should take a music break at this time, and then when we come back, we'll go jumping into our third and final topics. Thank you, Mazi Alozie. Can you please play some good music to encourage Biafrans and ourselves?
Okay, thank you very much. I'll give you King Bassi from Cross River to take over these few break times. This thing is down again. Let's see what happens. Before then, before the music comes in, let me refer to what you just said. I saw the video about the young men. They just flooded to in Imo. Douglas Road. If such number of people have been offloaded, I don't know where they're headed, I don't know where they're from, I don't know really where they're going. Where are the population of Imo young men? This is a mark of what we are going to encounter. This is what we are going to deal with. And this is what Uzodimba has brought to the people of Imo. And seconded by those he bribed that will come and toast, that all work well with him. And these are the people that when you look at them, you expect them to be your fathers and your uncles that have vowed to sell you. They have vowed to sell you. And it is up to us to say no to it. And the thing that's wrong there is that when it happens, we act like it is nothing. We act like, oh no, it's usual. It is not usual. If these young men are armed to tackle you, if they're armed to tackle you, what's your option? They're armed to fight you. What do you have to counter them with? Who are those responsible? Those that say they are your elders. Let me play the music. It caught my attention. I just wanted to mention it. I'll give you a few more, then when you're ready, you let me know.
Mazi Alozie, is it time for us to continue?
If you're ready, let me know.
Yes, sir, we are.
Okay, go ahead.
And my sister is still online. And our topic, the third topic this morning is, again, great Biafrans, we must craft our own narrative. We must tell our own tale, our own story. What can we say to Britain about what is happening to us? We believe that our problems started with the British colonization of our part of the world. What should we be telling Britain at this time about what we want and what we want the world to do and what we need to do at this time of history in our country, Biafra? And we are no longer, how should we tell them that we're no longer interested in their one Nigeria? Sir Victoria?
Go ahead with the topic.
Okay, thank you. I was wondering. So we have talked to you on this program before that this is the time to talk. This is our time to speak out to people, and we have been speaking out to ourselves. Yeah, because if you want to give advice, you give advice to yourself first before you give advice to your neighbor. So we're trying to remove the beam in our eyes first. We speak to ourselves. Every IPOB member, every Biafran who is working for the restoration of Biafra, we talk to ourselves. We talk between ourselves. We talk among each other a lot to know the direction that we're taking the fight in and what direction our leader is leading us in. But this morning, I would like us to consider a little bit the hand of Britain on the fiasco called Nigeria that we find ourselves in. Because before these people came to our land was in peace. Our people lived in peace. Our people had their tradition. Our people had their ways of life. And they conducted themselves peacefully and lived among each other and had trade among each other. They lived among themselves and moved around as the economy demanded at that time. They were at peace until these colonizers came to our shores. The first time they came, they tried to conquer us or to persuade us in their way and seeing things their way, and they failed. And they kept moving around in our area and found willing souls in the Fulani tribe who are nomads from the north. And from that point on, they forged alliance with them. And like our leader has told us many times, the alliance that they forged with the Fulani people is because they also, the Fulani people, are foreigners in the space that they call Nigeria right now. They came from the Sahel, down from Sahara Desert, as we know it, into those places where they are found now, including Nigeria. So one of the things that we would like to tell Britain and the British government today, who may in part continue to support what their forefathers did, and who may in part not be in support of what their forefathers did, but continue to gain from that arrangement. What we would like them to know today is that Biafra wants a referendum to separate from Nigeria. We are giving that opportunity by the UN. That opportunity is also given us by the African Union, that we can ask for self-determination, and that is all that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said to the world, to Nigeria, and that's why we're called terrorists or miscreants, and that we are dissolving or destroying their one Nigeria. And I've said this many times on this show. Yes, we do not only want a united Biafra, we also want the dissemination or disintegration of Nigeria. Because, like many people know in the world, if you have read any of your history, you know that those Europeans came into Africa and just divided it up any way they saw fit. They didn't consult with any group of indigents in that space. They just divided them up however they wanted to benefit their own economy. So today we are saying to Britain directly, to the British government directly, that we want a referendum to decide that we want to be Biafra. We do not want to participate in one Nigeria anymore. So because we have not, or sometimes I think we make the mistake of saying fighting the Fulanis, we don't want to be in the same place with the Hausa, the Yorubas, and we talk inside of Nigeria. that sometimes our message is not clear. Our message is to the world that we want a united Biafra, and we do not want Nigeria to be recognized as a country. Because there is no reason or rhyme, no rhyme or reason why there should be a place called Nigeria. And Nigeria is not anybody's name. Originally, when you go back into that space that they call Nigeria right now, there was a Biafra kingdom, there was a Zamfara kingdom, and then there was an Oduduwa kingdom. And those three kingdoms, one in the north, two in the south, pre-existed British government, and Lugard and Shaw coming to the place that they call Nigeria, the zoo. So because of that, we want to take this fight to them and tell them directly and unequivocally that we want Biafra. Because what they have done in our land is desecration. They divided our people, and they continue by ruling through the Fulani tribe. And that's another thing we have to realize. The Fulanis are not smart enough to do the work that they're doing in Nigeria right now, to continue to plant all these ganja weeds all over Nigeria and killing people in Nigeria, and especially in the east. The Fulanis are not this smart. They're not that smart people. That who is doing it to us is really the English people. The English people continue to rule and to divide Nigeria through the Fulani tribe. So because they're doing that, we want to tell them that we know. Let's not make any mistakes about saying, oh, Fulani, or how's that, oh, Yoruba. We know who is doing this work. We know the man behind what is being done in Nigeria. And the name of those people are English people, the British people. They're the ones who are orchestrating every movement of the Fulani into our land. They're the ones who gave that man that I quoted the audacity to say that the oil in Bayelsa belongs to Jigawa people. They're the ones who are telling them how to move their politicians in the north, who they are going to, what do they call it? They say that they banished one of their emirs. They're the ones doing all of that to keep control and keep the politics of Nigeria moving in the Fulani tribe's favor. So because of that, we need to continue to talk to them directly and speak to them directly about that, about these issues that are happening in Nigeria. So I want to bring to the notice of the British people this morning that monster that they created in our space, in the land, are killing us. They're maiming us. They're beheading our mothers now in the villages. They're raping our people. They're burning down our houses. And they're continuing to make us subservient to their economy. They want to destroy the economy of the Biafran and raise the economy of the Fulani people. And even doing that, the resources that they boast of is coming from our land, and still we have no schools. We have no hospitals. There are not even good roads to travel to our place. We cannot fly. Someone said on Radio Biafra or somewhere yesterday, that can you imagine that a Kano man can get up in the morning, dress up, and have somebody drop them off at an international airport, and they fly from that Kano airport and go to another country. But a Biafran whose oil money, whose resources built the Kano airport, built the Kaduna airport, built the whatever, all the airports that they have in the north, have no way to fly to another country from our land. We have to travel many miles to other tribes, to other places to be able to fly out of Nigeria. But they can wake up in the morning and be driven to the airport, fly from there with ease. But before we can travel out of Nigeria, we have to travel 2 days on the road or long hours in a flight to get into Lagos or go to other places in the north to fly out of. We have no roads, we have no airports, we have no businesses that continue to burn us. And there are checkpoints, no bridges, nothing, no infrastructure in Biafra land. Still, they continue to now bring their young men in truckloads to our land, to our country, I should say. Bring truckloads of young men into our lands to infiltrate our people to kill. I wish that Mazi Alozie will have time to play the latest video where the young men are being brought into water by truckloads. And what are young men coming to our land? These people are people without any handwork. They're not professionals in anything. They're not doctors, they're not lawyers, they're not nurses. They're not even tellers. They just come to hawk things on our streets. We want to tell the British Empire, the British government, that they're killing our people. That what they have created has caused us a lot of harm, and we continue to tell that to the rest of the world as well. So, my sister, if you have anything else to add on that topic, would you please? And otherwise, we'll go to the last topic.
Yes, my sister, I just want to add my voice to what you have already said. It is pathetic. It is very, very pathetic that a nation will rise up against another nation. I mean, when I look at what British has done to our people, it is heartbreaking. You see people who are living in abject poverty, even though they have all it takes to live a comfortable life. Africans, we are people who are willingly given. We have it. It is the will of God to drop all these wonderful and powerful minerals in our nation. But our people are dying of hunger. And some other person is sitting right on top of them and calling them charity. Turn us as charity people. You have to just have mercy on us, and you are taking what rightfully belongs to us. Britain, anybody who is a British citizen, is this right in your eyes? Can you hear our voice this morning? Is it right that a nation that is so blessed that the people are dying of hunger, that the people have no right to medical treatment, and our own cultural ways of living has been destroyed? You just want to uproot us from Africa to take it over. We don't even mind you taking it over so long as you have the little things that makes life easy for us. You've been having it over the years. We have been pushed already to the wall, and that is why God says, is enough. These people have been blinded over 100 years of amalgamation. I think it's right for us to do our exit. In your own nation, you did Brexit. You left the United Nations. There was no bloodshed when you were doing it. You feel it's time for you to leave, and you are able to leave. All it took is paper documentation. All it took is voting. That is what we are asking now. Biafra refused to carry arms to go and be destroying lives, because this is what you created. You created horror in Africa. Many Africans are jumping out of their nation, coming to join you wherever you are, because there is no life where we are. You have filled our land with hopeless people who have no job than to kill people. I was listening to one of our news yesterday. They said that Boko Haram and Nieti Allied Islamic people there, that the world most horrible terrorists in the whole world. And where are they located? And that's your amalgamation. And that's your amalgamated country. And that's the crap that you created. That's where they are. And like my sister is saying now they are flocking willing hands. They are not all Fulani. These are youth in Africa who have nothing to do. They are willing tools for these Fulani people. And I'm telling you, from what they have already done, from some of the histories of the past, after using them, they will still dump them. They will kill many of them. They are only but willing tools to destroy our land, but we refuse to be destroyed. Britain, wherever you are, whoever is representing British people, whoever is representing the royals, we are calling on you. You brought this to us, you come and take it out. You brought this to Biafrans. We are tired of this. We have no way of escape. I mean, our businesses are being, that is all that Biafrans are living on. Every Biafran knows how to turn a dry leaf to a green leaf. Most Biafrans are living based on that. They go to school and all they do is to go to business. Some even go to the business of frying akara to survive. Biafrans just have to put their hands on something and they will be surviving. But our businesses, our buildings are targeted and burned down wherever they are. They are even burned down all the way to our homes in the villages. Listen, we are tired. Come and take away your people that you brought in. And what pains me most is that you also gave us the Bible. The Bible is a holy book. Did you read it before giving it to us? Did you read that there is judgment on you, Britain? Did you read that Bible when you hand it to us? I know that most things that are written in the scripture, it happens in Biafra land. But then, when you came in with it, and we identified with it. And now, you brought people who do not know God. You brought people who are satanic agents to be your partner in order to take the mineral resources that God has given to us. We don't have any rules. Eventually happened, these people have so infiltrated our land that our people has no way of escape. When the time for slaughter comes, they will just destroy people. But I know that they will not. Biafrans, we are resonant. That's one thing I know. If we, like my sister said, push the wall, we have to do something. Well, it's going to go everywhere. It will affect every nation. It will affect everybody. Because this is not right. So many of our Christian leaders are quiet wherever they are. Many Christian leaders, they are hearing the cry of Biafrans and many other part of Africa, but especially Biafrans right now. Many of the Christian leaders are quiet watching. Do you know that there is a God that is watching? You are standing in his name, so you're a Christian leader, and you are quiet where you are when you have authority to speak. When you have authority. I remember Nehemiah told Esther, if you refuse to speak at this time, God will raise help from somewhere else. You people that call yourself pastors, reverend fathers, some of you are still working. You're still working for the Fulani people. You're still working for the destruction of Biafrans. You leaders, that I'm talking to you right now. All of you are working together with Britain. You say you are Christians, and all of you are working under a leader. And all of you are mandated to keep quiet. No. Chukwuemeka will save us. We have run to him, and I know he can. I know he can. You can lock us in all you can. If you listen, if you just go and read the Torah, read the Bible, read the book of Jeremiah, read about other things. There were times that the Jewish people were all caged in. But all of a sudden, God loosed up the cage, and the people cage became free. And that's what's going to happen. If you refuse to speak wherever you are, if you refuse to speak, God will raise us help somehow. There's no going back. Just get it at the back of your mind. British leaders or their representatives, wherever you are, or any other nation that has joined her, companies, individuals that have interest in Biafra land, and for that reason, you don't mind us getting killed. We have a right to life. Biafrans has a right to life. You guys have it in your law. Right to life, right to self-determination. Even an inborn child has a right. The people who are fighting abortion, that's what they are fighting for. That whatever, even science said it, at the moment when the heart starts beating, that is a living soul, and you have no right to destroy it. How much more those who are already born? We don't have a right. Do you preach something and do something else? Because you have interest in Biafra land. Our leader is so wonderful that he said, don't worry, you can still get. You can still get them. But all we want is total, because we can't function. We can't function with people who are not educated. We can't function with the people who all their mandate is to kill. We can't function with people who all they believe is, this is mine, I take it. The oil that God put on the ground, they are extending their hand from the far north to come and take it in the far east. That's all they want. Grabbing. And after grabbing, they still remain the poorest in the whole world. Do they have enough sense? It's because they are using it on foolish purposes. You want to conquer the world, and Britain joined them to help them conquer the world. No, Biafra will not. Even if all the parts of the world are conquered, Biafra will not be conquered, because our God is watching over Biafra land. Chukwuemeka Alozie is watching over Biafra. You cannot get Biafra. So we are calling you now. We don't want to go into destruction of life, which is their own way of life. Britain did not go into destruction of life when it exits the United Nations. You did not go into a life and terror. You did the right thing, you signed paper documents, and you exit. We want to do the same thing. There are many people who are found in that contraption corner who want to exit that contraption. It's not only Biafrans. There are so many people in the north, Christians in the north, who are being killed. They are just experiments. I even read somewhere where they are using human beings to do experiments to teach children how to shoot and kill. That is their university. That is all the knowledge they have. That is all the school they have. Teaching children how to shoot, how to kill. We are calling upon you, Britain, not only you, any other nation that in agreement with you is holding Biafra down under this bondage. We say enough is enough. We have a right to life. You have it in your constitution. This is international law. A right to life, a right to self-determination. We have said no more. We don't want to be in that country or Nigeria. We want it to disintegrate. Let people who are held down in that nation receive their freedom, and that's what we are asking for. And we'll keep asking it. And just like our leader, Mazi Chukwuemeka said, if you remain a one man, one woman, God will cause that land to remain. Biafra land will remain. Nobody will touch our borders. We will keep it. God gave it to us. We now understand what we have, and we want to keep what we have. Therefore, we are not just all world leaders. Nobody can say that they are deaf and dumb to Biafran agitation. Nobody will say they are deaf, they are dumb, they are blind to Biafra agitation. It is a family name now. It is a home name now, Biafra. Biafra existed before the amalgamation, and Biafra want to continue. Go back, however, you do your entanglement. Take away, you sign the entire signatures. Biafra did not sign them. You take away your signatures and release us. Because we know that it's time. We are not a threat to you. Biafrans are not a threat to any part of the world. Biafrans are not terrorists. We work with our hands. You see that some people out of frustration have engaged themselves in businesses they have no business doing. It's out of frustration, hunger, and sickness. They just want to survive. That is a survival strategy for them. But we want to be who we are. We are hardworking people. Therefore, I believe you are hearing us wherever you are. Even if you're not hearing, you are hearing our leader, Mazi Chukwuemeka. If you're not hearing him, you are hearing some of other followers who believe in what he believes. And all of us are calling you together. From wherever you are, you can lend your voice. Talk to these leaders, all these oil mogul, all of them that are there sitting in Biafra land. Whoever you are, take your hand off our people. The killing is too much. The killing, the raping is too much. We have no way of exit. We are caged in. But I'm not afraid of the cage. We are going out of that cage. And everything that is brought into Biafra land that don't believe will turn back. We are not going to kill them. They will all return back the way they came. Because one day, our God will give you his own mandate and all of you will live. You will live. You will live one way or the other. You will surely leave Biafra land. However they brought you, you are a victim. If they brought you to Biafra land, you are a victim because they will dump you. I know that many of you cannot read, cannot write, doesn't understand even the common communication. Wherever you are, if anybody can let you know what I'm saying this morning, you are a victim, not Biafrans. Biafrans are no victims. We are in our land. You that they brought, you willing to. I know it's frustrated African youth, wherever they are not just Fulani. They just told you there's a job because they never tell the truth. These Fulani people will never tell you the truth. They will only trick you in. They will tell you there's a job. Come, we are going to give you a job. They'll bring you and dump you. Don't know how to go out again. Don't abide with them. Find your way out. The same way they brought you in, go out because there is no hope for you in Biafra land. you are not going to survive. You are not going to thrive in Biafra land. You are not taking over. There is no job for you. Go back wherever you come from. And we are telling you, you that is listening to us this morning, help us pass this information to everybody that is involved in holding Biafra down, that we are free people. Nobody will hold us down. Thank you, my sister.
Thank you so much. We're only hammering on Britain because Britain formed this amalgamation. But I know that there are many other European countries who have joined them in the subduing of our people because they found oil in our land. Netherlands is one of them. The Netherlands have joined Britain. France, of course, you own some oil companies in our land. And of course, other European nations. Netherlands, France, the British people. But the one statistic that our leader mentioned the last broadcast, he had maybe 2 broadcasts away. He said that for 1 barrel of oil that is extracted and used for Nigerian economy, there are 13 barrels given to the British government to build their own nation. So 1 to 13. Can you imagine that, my sister? We get 1 barrel of oil for every 13 that is given to Britain. So no wonder their land is looking like it's flowing with milk and honey, and ours looking dry. Where the milk and honey is coming from? Because when you go to Britain, everything is shines. Their light is on all the time. Their streets are paved. They have hospitals. They have great schools for their children that we want our children to have. Can you imagine if Biafra land is giving the 13 barrels of oil that is given to Britain right now? Can you imagine what our land will look like? So I am telling you, they have been colonizing us and subduing us for a long time, and we want their hand off of our necks. They're holding us down. Britain, Netherlands, and all these European evil countries, take your hands off of our necks because you're killing us. You are killing us, literally choking us to death. Leave us alone. So we keep talking, dear friends, hammering on the point that it was the evil intent of the British Empire, the English Empire, the English people that formed the alliance that is killing our people. And that's our point. Please make that point. And now other European countries, of course, have joined them to continue keeping us down. These alliances that they're forming and these oil companies that they're sending to our country they're literally killing us. And that's why all this is happening in Biafra land. That's why we have to keep talking until we gain our own sovereign nation. So now, right now, I know that my sister wants to talk about the Million Man March in June. So I'll let her talk about that, and then I'll come back with some announcements.
Thank you, Stefan. It's wonderful to know that our leader is so far-sighted. He is so wise that he began to think about Biafrans coming together for this call. You know, we may be saying it, and some people pretend that they don't hear, they don't understand. Biafrans are coming together on June 2020. Not only Biafrans, all lovers of freedom. There are many people who are Biafrans who were taken away during slave trade to different parts of the country, to America, to Spanish, to Portugal, to Britain, wherever you are, and you are a lover of freedom, and you identify with us. We are hoping to have a large crowd on that day. We know quite well that the coronavirus is a threat, but we are believing that our God is able to control it. But should it be that for any reason our Million Man March could not hold, it will only be postponed, it can never be cancelled. We are coming up unless Biafra is finally restored. Unless during this period we are given our freedom, Britain signs us out and take us out of the amalgamation, out of the contraction they created. Until then, the Million Man March is a focus for all Biafrans, all lovers of freedom, all that believe that Biafra should have its sovereignty. We are coming on June 2020 for this Million Man March. We are not coming to create havoc. We are coming to create awareness and tell people, look, we have a right to life. We are not even animals have a right to life. There are the humane organizations who are fighting for animals. We are greater than animals. So we are coming out. So in case you are not in the feeling, oh my God, the coronavirus. If the coronavirus does not subside, the minimum march cannot be cancelled. It can only be postponed. And we thank the American government who has given us the opportunity to come out in the Capitol Hill to show and make our voice heard to everyone all over the world. We thank them for giving us that wonderful opportunity. And we say we are not taking it for granted. We are going to come out. And that is our message. Do not be afraid. Do not cancel a program to come. Do not change your mind. Coronavirus or no coronavirus, there must always be a Million Man March. And we are going to come out to make our voice heard, except if Biafra is restored before that time. But we'll also gather to thank our God. That's all I have for you right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my sister. We are grateful that you have made a wonderful contribution this morning. And of course, Mazi Alozie, we really are grateful for the platform that you give us every Saturday morning to add our voice. We're only adding our voice and advising ourselves. As we talk to you, we are learning the things that we need to do. But remember that we must all work. So I want to make sure to tell all Biafrans that we are so very proud of the roundtable discussion that we have been invited to in Dallas, Texas. We are invited, all IPOB members are invited to a roundtable discussion with the KATH 910 AM is a radio station here that broadcasts all across America. We've been invited to a roundtable discussion on March 16th, which is this coming Monday, to further discuss the plight of Biafrans in Nigeria. And I know that our members are ready. They have their pictures, they have their shirts, they have their flags, they have their points. And after we go to that meeting and come back, we will continue to update you on the progress that we're making in this part of the world, in Texas and in the United States, as concerning the Biafran struggle. And other announcements that I have are that we will also conduct a Texas rally in Austin, Texas on May 30th to commemorate the declaration of Biafra as a nation. And on that day, we will also rally and talk to people in Austin to what we want. What we want is a referendum. What we want is the disintegration of Nigeria. We want to have our own nation, and we want all nations trapped in Nigeria to go. And Biafra is ready and willing and able to be on our own. And we want the world to know. So everybody we see, we tell. But on that day, we'll do it in a special way in Austin, Texas, on May 30th. And we'll make sure to talk to people as they come and go in our great state capital. I want to continue to inform you and encourage you to contribute money to BIA Foundation. And you can send that money to BIA 67 Foundation @gmail.com. Please continue to make that $1 donation to BIA Foundation, BIA 67 Foundation @gmail.com. BIA 67 Foundation @gmail.com, or please mail it to BIA Foundation Inc. INC, P.O. Box 801519, Acworth, Georgia, ACWORTH, Georgia, GA 30101. Please make sure that you continue to support the restoration effort by donating money to our cause. We also want to, of course, my sister have talked about the big rally in D.C., so make sure that you're inviting all your friends and all your relatives, believers and unbelievers, so that when they speak and when they come and see how enthused about the restoration of Biafra that we all are, those people will also be converted to join the cause. And especially if they get a chance to listen to our leader and see him live. That will change a whole lot of minds. So bring everybody you can. I want to mention that Olu people, IPOB Olu people, have their meeting tomorrow, 8 p.m. Biafra time. And it's usually on Sundays. Every Sunday you can call in. And that, I think, is the Skype line is Indi Nche Ndiolo, INDI NCHE NDI Olu ORLU. Don't forget to call in and participate fully, because those people are also moving our cause in the right direction. And thank you, my brothers and sisters, for listening to us this morning. Thank you, Mazi Alozie, for the platform. And as always, my sister, you have done a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to say,
Yes, we are I'm listening.
thank you. Now you can ask your listeners to call in, and we are signing off, and we'll listen on the radio.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, you've heard everything they said. There's nothing that's not contained in what they said. And they said it perfectly. And what you can gather from what they're saying, you see the women all over the world, their utmost concern is safety. That safety net. And how do you provide that? How do you guarantee that? Are you guaranteeing it through treachery, connivance, lies? That's up to you. And once they are not safe, once you don't provide that safety net for them, you're finished. And they are strong enough that they are telling you this is what we need. That environment you are creating for them is not conducive for them. And how longer will they be shouting that for you to understand? It is our duty to listen. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Hello?
Good morning. Your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Okay? Your line is off. Our land has been invaded very drastically. Invaded so much that we have to find a way to get this addressed. We have to get the situation under control, and we have to listen to our leader. He is leading us, and we have no other leader. And don't sit in the corner saying, "Oh, I can do it," and nobody's hearing from you. And you've been deceiving yourself. You stay there and you think it is simple. And when it's time for you to say, "Okay, go ahead and do it," you become a no-show. It becomes a no-show affair where you think the person is doing it. "Oh, I can do better." And then the challenge is there. You've been challenged. Go ahead and do it. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Hello?
Your name and where you calling from.
Okay, that's good afternoon from here.
You have a radio.
My name is Pastor Jack.
Pastor Jack, something is...
Yes, I'm out of that place. Okay. My name is Pastor Jack. I'm calling from Lagos.
Welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. For the friends of Lovers of Freedom, wherever you're listening from. All protocols duly observed.
Well,
I just want to simply make my little contribution concerning the politics the Fulani people are playing. Of course, there is no doubt British is the one in the lead teaching them what to do. Like you rightly say concerning Sanusi, the man that beheaded Akaluka, and every other accomplice of that particular incident were killed, executed by Abacha, exception of Sanusi. Now they have started their politics again. Some people will say it doesn't matter. People like Chidoka will run to Kanu where they will meet. People like Chidoka will start saying, now they have just managed that issue. In the first place, you cannot be an alien and you run for a president. They have to declare him. Did you watch when they were escorting him from the palace? Did you watch the convoy? Is that how they declare somebody? A very calculated, arranged dethronement. And they said they banish him. He didn't waste time. Their fair justice system did not waste time to dispense justice to him. The next day, what he had was, he's now free. God has given him go ahead. He has been free. As of today, I read that he's in Lagos, or he's coming to Lagos by Monday or something of that nature. Now, this is a calculated attempt and plan by these same Maroon Fulani people in order to keep power to themselves. When you see the average South in Biafra will be jumping up and down with his idiocy and stupidity and not sitting down to count and calculate what is being done. The mentality, I don't know what if it is in the blood of the Satanás that they don't use it for once. They don't use it. It's not for indigenous people. Most of the things happening will have been multiple of them, and nothing will see happen. There will have been any change. There will have been any information to the international community of what is happening in this part of the world, because the people situated in this part of the world called South, majority of them are very, very foolish. I must have to be honest with you. And they are not being carried away. They now started talking, what is the person, and they forgot this man that killed Akaluka. They forgot his Islamic banking. They forget every evil, because this man is a Wahhabi. This Sanusi is a Wahhabi. He's the same person, the same kind of religious belief he has with the late Buhari, who is being presented by Jibril now. But our people don't listen from that angle. They'll be telling you it doesn't matter. Oh my God, I don't know. There's something fundamentally wrong. Not only with black people, but with our people per se. They are being killed, they are being murdered every day. Now look at what is happening in the way. They have brought us not only to destabilize, to be pure, to slaughter our people, and to Islamize in a state. The same thing that happens in Yoruba land, that they took their land from them. The same thing they want to do. They have finished dealing with the West. They dealt with middle belt. Now, not only are they encroaching, they have entered the Biafra land. When I say they have entered the East, both the riverine and the upland area, and so many people are still there doing what I don't understand. Saying my business, saying my family, jumping up and down, looking for crumbs that step from the master's table to eat without thinking about their future. But the truth is, we will not continue this way. There will be a revolution. Since most majority of you don't want to listen and do the right thing in order for us to get our freedom, that everybody will have freedom to do what is right and what you ought to do. The revolution will catch up with all of you. And by that time, let me see where you will be and be shouting 2023. I'm not just the truth, because those of you that will be shouting 2023, only God will know what is going to happen to you. Because this is no longer the time of coming here to just talk or make threats. No. Let us see you and your 2023 and let's see what happens. The one thing is important. If you're out there and God has blessed you, your hand can be able to provide this transmitting machine for us. In please, new way to put 1 or 2 as much as you can put. Look at your village or the neighboring village or community that are not having. This is our weapon for now. Because if you don't, because many people are in darkness, that is why they don't take action. When they are killing people, for instance, in my community and neighboring communities are not aware, nobody reports, they will continue to do. And when they finish, they enter into the neighboring community. And before you know, you go to our communities and villages, these people have all occupied our land. British cannot come and give you freedom because they know what they are benefiting and what they are getting from our land. It is high time we take them out by rejecting their indirect rule. We are neo-colonialism. We have to take them out by stopping these scavengers that impose on us to lead us. And the only way we must have to do that is to declare our freedom and take our freedom. Because we are in a process, a time is coming when automatically we will declare that we will move front no more and we will move back no more. This is where we will stand, and anything you people want, that is how it's going to be. But for now, we have decided our future. We are free people, we want to remain free people. You people will not enter our land again, nor extract anything from our land. Our people should wake up and stop deceiving yourself where you are now. You get 1 naira or 2 naira, you think you have made money. You are deceiving yourself. Whatever business you think you are into and making any money, you are deceiving yourself. Without you joining efforts with IPOB to restore our land, it will be very catastrophic to both you and generations to come. By the time you come back, they live in Biafra land have been taken over by Fulani. Then you remember, all of you must come out. All of you must come out to join us that we may restore this nation. Whatever thing you have to do, please do it. But in our own time, Biafra will come. Now, here, Alozie, thank you. I want to stop here. Thank you, and God bless our people.
Thank you, Pastor Jack. Thank you very much. Thank you. We have to be observant and very, very, very active, because that is what they are doing. That is the game they are playing. Caller, your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, Mazi Alozie. Good afternoon from here, sir.
Good morning, Okoko. Welcome.
Yes, sir. Mazi Alozie, nice to keep you, my beloved brother. Yeah, Mazi, I remember what I missed to get for the news from Omaka. Omaka is in all the province of Biafra land. I am resident here in Warsaw, Poland, and now everywhere shut down. Mazi, I have to appreciate our union and every other protocol is duly observed, and especially our beloved hardcore Biafras in Biafra land doing the need for Chukwuemeka, keep them, may they never get tired or be discouraged. As well as appreciating our beloved Acharugos, our Igolos, our Akezis, Omada Biafra, Dr. Tina and her beloved sister Victoria, they have spoken very, very well. We appreciate them. Mazi Onyendu said it, and we know that whenever our mothers, our sisters, our Charuga, our Igolo, when they wake up, they are waking up now. Mazi, you know that Biafra is here. But I want to remind Biafrans that the major problem we are having in this struggle is British and Netherlands. Mazi, Netherlands is doing more work than British. Netherlands is causing all this mayhem, all this, because that Netherlands is in charge of all this share. They are share. This is share causing all this problem in Biafra land. All these oil companies that are eating what belongs to us. Mazi, but at the end of the day, Chukwuemeka will show them that he Chukwuemeka. All this mindset they are doing there, tagging our people. You see what, Mazi, do you know the clip I sent to you? In Ebonina, they are trying to build a barrack. And they tag that place is a communal land. They are dragging it. Now they want to use system authoritatively. It's very, very authentic. They want to build a barrack there now. That is that. And look at what is happening in Owerri now. How these people, the influence of these people, how they are coming in. And somebody will stay somewhere and say, why am I shouting Olo? People forget that this Rogers is from Olo. This Mozodimba is from Olo. Mazi, Olo has, if you go to Olo now, we are getting information everywhere. They are flooded everywhere. All these people that are dispatching now, between few hours now, they dispatch all of them. Some go to Mbano, some go to Mbise, some go to Okigwe, some go to, majority of them are heading to Olo and Mbitolu. And when we chat, people put your security in order. People will continue to talk nonsense here. Our leader said it categorically clear. Go and form your local vigilantes. Go and organize no okay for the Neku Put here, come here and talk about your own province. Nobody is holding anybody. Come and do what you can do to safeguard your own community. If my shouting will make my people to wake up and we guide our properties, we guide our mothers in the village, I will continue to do it. It is a right, it's not a privilege. We must guide our town, we must guide our city. Come here, put up something, go and guide your province, go and guide your town. This is not time of talking. We are people marked for extermination, and it's daring everybody on the face now. This is the time we do more than talk. People should come up. That's why I will continue to, and I thank God, our beloved sister Charugwa I have said it. Dr. Tina said it now. I demanded all our brothers. I appreciate our brothers. They are coming up. Please, I will continue to repeat. Tomorrow is our meeting. Join us, and I got material. Enemies are within. They are within everywhere. This man is frauding them. Allah have been signed up for Ruga. Can't we understand this thing? How do you protect our family? How do you protect our properties? We are the people facing the heat in Allah, and people don't know what we are going through. We must do everything to secure our land and to do anything humanly possible to make sure that these people don't overrun us in Allah. All of them are heading to Allah. We want every community in Biafra land. We want every province. We are begging all of you. Go and do the needful. Go and put your acts together. It's not time of talking. Mazi, I have to leave it here. I'm okay. I'm not very annoying now. I remember what I missed. Okay, for it. Everybody, thank you, my brother.
All right, okay. That's why you're the miscreant. Go ahead and do your thing. Say what you want to say. You're on the right track. This is why we have you. This is why you ginger up everybody. And you put it out very well. Anybody that wants to talk, let them come and talk. And don't criticize whoever is talking. We are good at that. We are good at that. Olu. Yes, you are proud of where you come from. And you won't let any harm come to your place. And there's nothing wrong with that. Example is this forum. It's open to everybody. And particular people are the ones coming. Then where are the rest? Where are the rest? You sneak around as if it does not concern you. Call out your name and where you calling from.
Mazi, good afternoon, sir.
Angry man, welcome.
My name is Agnetim. Okay, what is right? Even though now go by line. No matter how they flag, how the shader be the first. Now, I didn't win the last 2 days. We them my 2 grand worker. You got them the flag. Now, I didn't my garden. I have to go by line. You may be the those who got now, I see. Can't want to delay more than how I'm hiding for another longer. Not delay. Make I make it back out of them. Because that I thought all. And if you I don't know already following the weather. Now with the power, I know it's the movie car when you listen. How will men die? Because the many became more, they came over. They came with the town of my hand. So I can wow. Yeah, you make a young people when you put you and the plan. So many people know my name is Angetim, so I will make my topic. Therefore, my is a madman. A governor of a state is a madman.
All I have to say now is, please, my fellow Biafran, IPOB men, listen. Can you imagine that Mumaye and Ozodimma? These two persons are the biggest hindrance for me Biafran. Let's find all kinds of ways. Even way, that kind of ways of, even way to hit it, to kill them before it's too late. To hit these two people, them Mumaye and this is of the other organ. Before it's too late, because their evil performances are in this our Biafra land is too much. Enough is enough. Their evil performances are over. Enough is enough. It is really over for Devil Maya and those of them. Can you imagine? Herdsmen killed more than 17 people in the state. Did you know what Devil Maya spoke? Let everybody, he said, let everybody, state people, defend themselves from the Boko Haram terrorists. He said, Devil Maya said this. After all, those have been states that the headsman Boko Haram came, didn't vote for him. Can you imagine? The governor of his own state, the governor of the state, ladies and gentlemen, to say the reality, this Devil Maya is not an evil man at all. When you look onto this man's life and character, you find that this man is not an evil man at all. This man must be one of the Fulani headsmen. And if he is not a Fulani headsman, he has a colemental. He has a mentality. He has a colemental. Man, do you know that madness are different by different? Devil Maya is a madman. Devil Maya Amara, Onyara. Ara Dinichenichi. Siawa. This great man are going to be killed soon. Devil Maya complete Onyara. Because Ara Dinichenichi. Feel your own way. Father, thank you. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angry Man. Sometimes when you say things, it sinks very well. And it shows pain coming from you, and I don't know who it will be that will not feel that pain when you are surrounded and you become helpless, and the people you're looking up to do something are not doing anything. They keep quiet, as if all is well with them. And these are the ones waiting to jump into politics. And the most annoying thing is that even the politics they want to play, they are being outplayed. They are being outplayed. And they want to be portfolio carriers. They carry the bags for the Fulanis. And I wonder what kind of service they are going to dispense. What you're going to get from them. Caller, your name. Good morning from here.
Good afternoon. Not everybody is my name, sir.
Welcome.
Hello, sir.
Welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, I'm coming from Igbo Chance, that's River State. I'm from Agbo. My brother, thank you very much. I'm the state number. This is US2. It's like anytime he's calling you faster. That's why I can't because somebody give me this your number. And about my brother, I told you he's calling. I couldn't get the number for me to even talk to you. Thank you very much. Go bless you about you. I don't know. I have a go bless our leader, Mazi Chukwuemeka Alozie. Everybody, we're going to call ourselves Biafra. Our nation, we should surely get our nation in the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Thank you, sir. All right, sir.
Thank you very much.
All right, sir.
Thank you. Our leader will be on the air tomorrow, 7 p.m. Biafran time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, USA. Don't miss it. You know you have many channels you can get that from. So, caller, your name and where you calling from.
Good morning, Alozie.
Good morning. Welcome.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And you?
Fine. Yes, my name is Chukwuemeka. I'm a native of Ishagwebo State, Biafra land. I want to start from what is happening in Owerri. About Hope Uzodinma and his slave masters, Fulanis. One thing is that our people don't know what is coming. Because of money, you will save your generation and unborn generation. What I want to say to Hope Uzodinma this morning is that Hope Uzodinma, you will have no peace. There will be no peace in your life. Only God knows how many days or how many weeks or how many years or months you have to stay on earth. You will have no peace throughout your life. And it will affect your children and your generation. Because you have taken what not belong to you. Openly. Everybody know that. Both dead and the living. You will have no peace. Now, I want to talk. I've been hammering this idea. If you go to watch football match, let's start from that point. When the player getting to top, then the team or the coach will try to pick somebody and make some change to make sure they win the match. There's a program that is coming very late to our people. I'm listening to this tape, Alpha Service, by Chinedu. For quite a long time, I've been listening. I look at the time. I see this time is 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the night. I'm asking myself, who is listening on this radio in Nigeria in general? Who is listening now? And the important thing is to make sure the Fulanis are enemies of all the whole tribe in Nigeria. And this very man is making every necessary thing to open the eyes of the blind. Some Hausa people are responding. But I wonder if this thing is coming like 5 o'clock Nigeria time in the evening, how many people will hear this story and how action will come about? Because the Hausa people know how to come out for action when they see something against them. The Hausa people is just like a tribe that Fulani has destroyed completely. If you watch out all the senators in Nigeria, you may say they are from the north, but majority of them is Fulanis. If you watch out emirs in the north, the majority of them is Fulanis. That's why they are doing what they are doing with impunity. So I suggest to adjust this man program because he's a man of history. When you listen to him, you understand what I'm talking about. So that the Hausa people, if possible, they can put a relay station and open the eyes of the Hausa people so that they will attack Fulani. By doing so, we will separate them, Hausas, from Fulani. Even everybody will hear this. There will be no peace everywhere. Because if we fail to do everything to separate, like some time ago, well, every time we talk about Yoruba enemy and the Hausa enemy or all this, you must to go inside somewhere and make a friend so that your friend will assist you for you to get what you want.
This program, if you doubt it, if it is 11 o'clock in the night, Nigerian time, open your radio Biafra. If the man is on stage, you will hear him and you will believe what I'm saying. That is true. Because what Fulani is doing is to use houses and use other people in the name of one Nigeria to cage everybody together, to make sure you destroy everybody. That's why they are coming. They have destroyed a lot of things in the north, even in Bedouin. They are almost in our place now. If we fail to do the right thing, Fulanis we made our people in the next 5-10 years. Our people will use plastic to bake food. Take it or no leave it. That's the truth. Let us open trouble from that side by opening this radio. That man that is coming to this radio will announce it to houses. If possible, let them put to relationship so that everybody will enter into the trouble. Thank you very much. I think I have another time to say to repeat this. Thank you very much, Alozie.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Mazi Emmanuel, thank you. As you know, this is not a long program today. This is a short program. And we have about 16, 17 minutes left. And tomorrow, now waiting to happen. Come and empty your heart. Come and tell us how you feel, where is biting you. And we'll listen to you. As I was saying before, people are fond of hiding. Okay? Whatever is your reason for hiding, that's your business. Continue to hide. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, Mazi Alozie, good morning, sir. Thank you for your work and your dedication. The program is always very enticing and full with all kinds of knowledge. It's unfortunate that people are not listening the way they're supposed to listen. Nevertheless, let me make my point very clear.
Welcome, Ben.
I want to sound a note of warning to all these governors of the Eastern Region extraction. I'll give you a scenario. I would like to show them what's going to be in the future. Already, Onyendu has predicted that Nigeria will be worse than Somalia, and it's in the making right now. What is going on? People are joining IPOB, and they've increased the number, with which they are joining. As events come around, people are joining until we get to that critical mass in Nigeria, in our section, in our eastern section. When we get to that critical mass, everybody will be singing the song of IPOB. That's when things start getting bad, getting worse. Right now, it's not too bad. But I tell you, when you push people to the wall, they have no choice. There will be massive support for IPOB. And you, the governors, you have no place to run. There will be massive killing everywhere. That's the picture I want to paint to you. And know you that the Fulanis will never let you escape anywhere. They will wipe you, they will get you and jail you. They will even jail you when they see that the whole thing is a loss, a cost. They will jail all of you that are taking money from them and even kill you. Because eventually that's what it's going to result to. That's what it's going to result to. Because nobody is going to run away from his land. When the push comes to shove, when you are pushed to the wall, you have no other place to go. You will bounce back. And that is when this massive support for IPOB will be visible to everybody. That's when we achieve a critical mass. And then, you know what's going to happen? One by one, they will go after you and your family and wipe you out. So this is the picture I want to paint for you in the future. If you don't wake up right now and smell the coffee, you are allowing Fulani to kill your fellow citizens, and you think like you are protected in that way. I mean them, let them kill those people that are against you. Let me tell you something, my brother. Go and study the history of the Fulani. Go and study it. They don't know anybody other than themselves. Every other person is there to die. Thank you very much, Mazi Alozie. God bless you.
God bless you too, Ben. God bless you. They will understand in the hard way. They will understand. right now they feel they are on top. They feel they are untouchable. And they are orchestrating killings on their own people, and they claim to be governors. Whoever they are governing, only heaven knows. Angry man is so angry today. I said, even if God will turn him to devil, he will do the unthinkable. It's not only you that feel that way. Many of us are angry. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, good morning. My name is Uloma and I come from the Pittsburgh area.
Welcome, Uloma.
Yeah. Fellow dear friends, I greet you all this morning. Now, I'm calling to respond specifically to the people that are calling for the House of Service program to be shifted forward. I am calling because I'm seeing that those ideas they've been throwing out are not well thought out. Radio Biafra is meant to benefit primarily Biafrans. And if we have slots that are available, then we can give it to the other people. Now, if you are calling for House of Service to come by 5, why don't you be specific and name those Biafran channels you do not want? Because I know our people lost Mazi. They lost this current program. They lost Radio Biafra Motherland. So which one do you want program? Or are you trying to for Radio Biafra is now contributing it for House of Service? You see, we have this penchant of calling on the phone without giving a deep thought to what we are about to say. Please, I am not against House of Service, but we have to give them channels that are available. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Loma. Thank you very much. That's the time is the factor. You know, there's time for everything. There are programs, and as we expand, the time becomes a factor. And the time difference is what we are utilizing. That 5 to 6 hour time difference, where people listen to various programs at different parts of the world. So sometimes people raise the opinion. What you see is not what they see. And that's the remarkable aspect of information. Programs. It will suit some, it will not suit some. There's nothing you can put out there that everybody will be 100% in compliance. That's the way it is. Caller, your name and where you calling from?
Mazi Alozie.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Your name and where you calling from?
Chukwuemeka calling from South Africa, sir.
Welcome.
Yes, Mazi Alozie is something else. It's becoming, when there's the message when football is becoming tough, we have to look for. So we are really looking for a way out to win the game now. But God is our strength. Our sister now just said, if possible, how number one priority is the Biafras. It's so confusing, to be honest. That program, myself, apart from the voices people send to WhatsApp, I have not really listened to its live program. So, sorry. I was thinking, if that program shouldn't be confusing us, the leadership will look into it, if possible. They can bring it down to MF5 Mazi morning program. If you look at it, he wouldn't have 7, 8, he finishes his program. There was nothing there until our brother in Israel came up. Then you can make it breakfast. So people can be there. As I believe we will do that 2 straight hours in the morning. As soon as Mazi finishes, he goes there. Then people can listen. Then maybe I think they say it's hours 1 and 2. Then you can maintain the network at 11 o'clock. So you can still maintain it that time because there was nobody broadcasting the live. But for to accommodate those who are campaigning for people to listen more, you can put it in the morning. So that's my own suggestion. Then that is up to our leadership to decide. But really what I want to talk now, I know you don't have much time, is about this our radio. We have been shouting for our brothers in the issues or to come up to assist us
to able to, the entire issues of local government is only Mazi Chukwuemeka who able to come up the entire whole issues. And I know the numbers of issues in abroad. The whole Onkano, the whole part of Obo has fallen down. I know not all of them, but some of them, this wave affected them because anything installed in particularly Ikema and the rest of them, they enjoy it more because they're in hill than people in Ikema and the rest of them. So people of issues alone, you read that people are not, you don't have ear. Listen, let me tell you, tomorrow night you go to church and they say that you have not killed anybody. If you are listening to me now, you're in diaspora. There's nothing different between you and a murderer. Don't even dare and go to church and pray and say you have not killed. These people that finally are killing, you are complicity to it. You are complice. You are among them. Because the governors we are praying against, we are asking God to remove them. There's no difference between you and them. You see evil. I have quoted this Bible before in Radio Biafra. Jesus himself said, whatever you do or fail to do, that you do unto him. So whatever you do or fail to do for Biafrans, so tell me the difference between you and an evil man now. If they announce today not to say wrong, and there is no information for anybody to run in your village, and they meet them before they do here, and they massacre them there. Tell me how you not participate in killing them. If there is an announcement today, our only is coming tomorrow. Let's assume he's coming on the air to say all the Biafrans, especially those in the north, come home. And those one in the north, there's nothing for them. They won't hear nothing. I got many of them there. Even when I call them, especially the voice message, I also man saying, threatening the army that is in the barrack. They know what to do. They say if the Christians do anything, they would do. So I couldn't hear the Hausa proper. I have to forward it to him to interpret, and he sent me an interpretation for me to understand what he's saying. But when they take that one now, see what is going on, they say happened down worry that what to go for Hausa and that what to go to America. They don't believe they can do anything. So now you that is in the village, I believe if your mother can hear, that is there's a danger. Your mother will shout to his son. And he said, what the when I have no answer to the one, the hand of the you get to go to daughter. When he hears the mother crying on the phone, he will listen than myself talking to him. He thought is the hatred between you, Hausa and Igbo. That's how they judge it. So you that are listening to me now, even a part of okay, for him came and say, on those who are saying that so if it does not matter, even if we one day all of us came to crying for refuse ever that thing, start shouting, mention where you come from, then tell us that the radio is there or not there. Then we know what to do. So you cannot come and criticize governor. Governor will know what they stand for. You have to stand for Biafra restoration. What is your role? What are you doing? Don't come to go to meeting end of the month, you pay 200 rand. If the next 100 years, this year 200 will not take us anywhere. What do you stand for? You telling the man the kind of where it takes a minute. Your mother have not died, your father have not died. So what are you telling me? Your brother have, even if you have lost many people in the struggle, for the fact that you are alive, meaning that there's a certain thing that God wants you to do. So that's why you are alive. So even if they sacrifice, Muslim the did not sacrifice his mother and the father, and go and sit down. With the mother witness 28 people murdered in their faces there. Everybody knows the history. So what are you telling me? You are making money. Most of you are building, calling me, telling me, "No, we need to buy this new heaven. Not 20 million they buy. You know, come can negotiate it. You know, because they get the guy come and come. Man, a simple 200,000-300,000. Him and a whole chunk. You got a I didn't know what to do. You go to 50,000. At least the money, no money, says you got to on the mail. If came and you were a sense. Oh, you were rich. What else to tell the cat here? One brain left and right. I how you the kitchen and I may not be on it. What the hell is now? Don't tell me that you go to church and pray. I have not mother. Even mother. America, Australia, and Tamimbo, every man or mother, if only all of you are murderers. It has nothing different between you and the governor. Because they have told you the truth that people are not hearing your voice, people's voice. Some of them didn't know what to do. All you do now is go to Facebook, you comment, you sit in your parlor. All you do is just look at it and you have to if we have to come out as a man, as a woman, you people have billions of dollars there in our world. If no Congress will talk about them, just useless as anything as much as I say. If you know that you have somebody came out now and save your people, so that the God will not judge you as a murderer. Because if they kill and it did not do anything to save them, in the last day you answer. Or if probably you answer it now before you go anywhere you're going. So there's no need of you blaming governors. They may not build a house. They may not. After all, before we hear the musicians calling so many Igbo people on our the house, this one build the road, on our Tiyemi, on our Bapumbi, on a menka, or see one to one, or see this and that. Can you remember that now? Where are you? All the musician lovers are they tune out for an echo. So now that I'm telling you to give something for your people, so that everybody will be free and happy. Look at, imagine that a blind woman called Mazi Chukwuemeka telling him that when a blind woman, only God knows that how old that woman is. Calling Radio Biafra, complain that the radio is not working in his area. A blind woman, and that woman was somebody's mother. And you cannot go to your village and put a radio there. How much this radio was telling you about? All of you are murderers if you refuse to do the right thing. Hear you today. Don't even dare pray against any governor because I'm not different between you and them or senator. You and the Coromado, you and whoever is not, you all of you are the same. And you're getting in with the money. Come. If you don't call okay for it, or put the $50 water. Come on, baby. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. I like the way people lay it down. We are not shying away, and we will not shy away. Just come and tell us the way it is. And this is why it is an open forum. Everything for everybody. If this does not fit you, the other one will. And this is the way it's made for. And that's the way it is. What fits me? These things I'm hearing, where do I belong? Where do I belong? This is the last caller. Caller, your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Hello?
Your name and where you calling from. Caller, your name and where you calling from.
Hello, Mazi Alozie.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Good afternoon.
Good morning from here.
My name is Mazi Alozie, the Zona Coordinator of the Water Zone 2. I'm very happy for the work you are doing for us. And today's program is very, very sweet for my life. And I thank all of you. This radio now is stand by for you guys here city, morning, night, and give us joy. Whether we eat or we don't eat, we dey hear everything what happen. We have very, very joy in our life. And the most important thing for me, I want to say, after me state, is Kediri and single our brothers, no one what they hear about this struggle. What will happen? Tomorrow, they will say, what will happen when they make joy? And they hear, okay, foreign. The way the Lord they sound, I'm very, very giving me joy in my life. And the DJ, all his brothers, all his sisters, everybody they come out. But no one from Animo, when you hear his name, no one from Animo. You can hear English, Amunaka, Anna, Ata, but common Animo, you cannot hear one person. What will happen for them? So, well, we're trying our best And my girl is where we dey stay for this Igbocha. This Hausa people don surrender us o. So we dey talk am everybody hear am, maybe say you no hear wetin dey happen. If you see where dem camp now, dem pass more than 1,000 herdsmen inside bush where people build house finish, rain pursue dem. Dem go there now go camp. There now they don use am now do slaughter. Yesterday night dem carry hero also, we don't know wetin dem carry for heroes, whether na ammunition or wetin, go send inside bush there, go do those people wey dey inside bush. So we dey tell dem for this green ta, everybody wey dey this side make dem use your eye sleep, use your eye open o, because we don't know wetin dey happen. But by the grace of Chukwuemeka Alozie, anything wey dem try make dem do, God there for our side. Thank you, Mazi Alozie. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you properly. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are ending this program here. If you're unable to call in, it's because of the shortness of the program today. Okay. Tomorrow, now waiting to happen, we'll be there, and you'll be there. So this is me saying goodbye to you, and we'll be on the air again tomorrow. Now waiting to happen, our leader will be on the air again tomorrow. 7 p.m. Biafran time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So join us, and let's hear what he will say.